Hey, welcome to Blue Jacket Apiary. It is August 20th, August 20th. Haven't been out here in a few weeks. I came out here and I was going to go walk one hive, take some few shots, maybe take some video, throw it in here. And then I looked at my Russian hive and I saw zero activity out front and I got nervous. So I got to work without letting you all know I was here and what I was doing. So now I'm going to catch you up. The Russian hive's just fine. There was just no activity out front. I got a little worried, got a little nervous. So I cracked it open to make sure that there were bees in there, and there were. They just weren't going in and out, of course, till I cracked open the hive. Everything looks good. I've got some freshly capped brood. I've got some drone brood in there as well. I think our flow has started because there's some honey in there. Some of it's capped. Some of it is needing to be capped. So I'm sure they're still working on getting it, that moisture level drop down to about 18%, and then they'll cap it. I'm happy with the hive. I don't know of anything else to say except they're trucking along. Never had Russian bees before, so this has been an interesting year with them. They're really different than any of my other colonies. I was expecting them to be all kinds of persnickety and testy, and I think they were a couple of times, but by and large, they've been just fine. They haven't been anything that I can't look at and say, it was probably my fault. I probably did this or probably did that and got them a little irritated, got them a little worked up. So I'm happy with them. I'm going to look in the Carniolan hive next, see what they're like, which is where I usually start. But like I said, I got started with the Russians because I didn't see an activity. So I got a little nervous, a little worried, and wanted to make sure I still had bees. So we're going to take a look at the Carniolans next. Stay tuned. All right, real quick. So here's down inside the Carniolan hive. Not a lot of activity. There were some bees in there, not a lot. Very different from my Russian hive. My Russian hive, they'd already had a couple of these foundationless frames. They had some comb already pulled on 2 or 3 of them. They were capping honey. They were busy. It was maybe, I don't know, a third to a half full of bees, and they were all busy working. And so look down in here and you can see there's only a couple of bees up here, and they're not doing much of anything except hanging around. So I'm going to take a look down in that bottom box because now I'm curious what's going on. All right, I'm a little concerned. Not much, but a little bit. That's down inside Carniolan, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's not a whole lot of activity. There's a lot of nectar in there. There's some capped honey, but I saw zero brood, none, zero, nada. I don't know if that's normal for Carniolans or not, because I've never had them. But I am concerned because we're coming up on the fall flow, and I would think that the queen would begin the build-up for the fall flow so that she could begin the build-up for winter bees and get ready for winter. I don't know if... I didn't see the queen, but I also didn't see any drone brood, so I don't think I got a laying worker because there's nothing in there that shows me anybody's laying eggs right now. So I think she has just stopped laying. I think. I didn't see her. I looked for her, but I didn't see her. They didn't really get testy while I was in there, so I don't know, but we'll see. I'm just going to keep an eye on them for the next couple of weeks. If I gotta, I can combine one of my other smaller hives into this one. I really don't want to do that. I'd like to go into winter with 5 hives, but I'd rather go into winter with strong hives than a quantity of hives. So stay tuned. Next one is going to be our survivor from last year. That's our Russian hive that I already looked at. Didn't take you long. Sorry about that. That's going to be our survivor we're going to look at next. So stay tuned. Survivor stock hive. This one's doing pretty good. I was a little nervous about them because I ended up splitting them a few times. And I just got a little worried about perhaps I made them a little smaller than would have been wise. And was worried about their size, essentially. So, we're gonna have to give them. Hey, hold on. All right, there's looking down in our survivor hive. Sorry about that. They got a little testy, so I had to smoke them and have both hands free. This is what I would expect to see. My Russian hive was that big. The Carniolans, not nearly as big, not nearly as much activity. So I'm going to pull some frames, take a look, and we'll be back. All right, you'll notice that I'm not in my jacket anymore. Whew. It may only be 85 out here, but in a beekeeping jacket, even one that's ventilated, it doesn't take long. I did look at the other two hives. I looked at my original split from way back in May, the one in the end. It's just growing. Not nearly as much nectar or honey as I might like. However, they were a heck of a lot smaller than any of my other hives, including the nukes that I got this year, the nucleus colonies. So it may just be a matter of them needing time to build up. They're doing well. I'm semi-happy with where they're at. There's some nectar, no capped honey to speak of anyway. The Saskatraz hive, queen, oh my goodness, what did I do? How did I end up with two queens? I can't have that. Let me do another split on an already small hive. They're doing okay. They are someplace between the Russian hive and they're just a little bit less than the Russian hive. There's a lot of nectar in there that will be honey soon. Some honey, some brood, no drones whatsoever. So they're doing okay. They were another one that was maybe 2 frames of bees. And it was sort of a, oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? Kind of a split. It was not planned, if you remember. So I got 2 hives that I will say are way behind, but they're way behind because of a mistake that I made. And everything being equal, I'm quite happy with where they're at. I wish they were further, but I'm quite happy with where they're at just because of the way they started. Again, my survivors from last year, doing good. Little testy. If they are this testy next year, I might requeen them. I don't want to do that, but they've been sort of just, they've been hot all year, and I don't want that in my apiary. I don't want bees that I want to look forward to going out there. I don't want to have to go out there and worry about how many times I'm going to get stung and all of those things. So while I do want stock that's going to survive the winter and stock that's going to be hygienic and take care of Varroa on their own, I also have to think about the temperament of the colony. And right now, my survivor from last year is just not where I want to be. So I might just leave them through winter and see what spring is like. And then if I have to requeen them, I may not have to. They might be testy simply because of some of the things I've done this year, splitting the hive and those kinds of things. So I'm going to give them an opportunity to calm down, see if they make it through winter, and then we'll go from there. So that's your hive report for August 20th. While it's not over 100 like it has been the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's still hot. It's not as bad out here, but like I said before, when you throw in that jacket, it doesn't take long and you're hot, especially when you're out moving around and you're lifting boxes. Even though they don't weigh much, it doesn't take long and you start getting overheated. So that's a part of the reason some of these are short. I'm hoping to make things a little better next year, improve the quality of some of my videos. I might do some stuff this winter about just beekeeping in general, some video lessons, so to speak. Sort of depends on the need. If people want it, I'll make it. If they don't, I might do it anyhow. But you never know. Sort of depends on how things go over the course of the next month to month and a half. Hey, y'all, enjoy what's left of summer. Fall is coming when the weather starts to cool down. Thank goodness. I am a beekeeper. I love getting out and buying bees, but man, am I ready for winter. Ice, snow, and 40 below, y'all. It's where I'm happy. Be kind.